Ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum.
It rings a bell.
There've been remixes.
Why have you got this in your head and you don't know what it is?
Yeah, and I know this song. I know this song exists. I mean, I know this is a real thing.
Hello, Patreon.
Hello, patrons.
Patreon.
Let me just check really fast that. Okay, I'll just let hear this.
You're just gonna let people on Patreon, on your Patreon, know that the Patreon is happening. Yeah, it rings some sort of bell. It's that last bit. Why can I hear myself?
That's crazy.
It's because I've got the page up. Patreon, hello, welcome back to part 2. Let me say hello to the people who've joined Patreon recently.
Yes.
Since the last time, when was the last time? 15 minus 7 is 8. So since the 8th of November, we've got Laetitia, Monsieur K, Clémence, Victorin, Inès, Florent, Richard, Sabrina, Claire Leduff, and Juliette. Welcome to the club. Well, thanks for being here.
I just want to say, I was looking forward to this. I really enjoy the Patreon live stream more than the public live stream. It's a totally different vibe, way less pressure, I think.
Probably for the guest. For me, it's the same.
No. It's not even that. It's like, whatever. I mean, I'm used to doing stuff publicly and whatnot, but like, I think it's sort of like
But this is publicly, but not.
But not. I mean, unless somebody's recording this, which I mean, it could be the case, and it's fine. But like,
it might come out in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, oh, remember when?
Right. Exactly. But I think like it's just a different vibe. It's like a manageable amount of people. You can have conversations and interactions with those people, and it just feels like. I don't know. I'm still myself when it's publicly happening, but I feel like I can go into more detail and share things that I wouldn't share, in a private live stream.
Exactly.
Like things that are like projects that I'm working on that haven't been posted yet or what have you. You know?
Well, like Juliette, who says, hello, it's my first time on the second part of the live. Well, welcome, Juliette. Thanks for being here.
Bienvenue.
Bienvenue. Olivier H says, my first live part 2. I've watched the last few the day after. There you go, Olivier. Now your face is on the screen, even though you're lying down laughing. I don't know what you're laughing at, but it looks like you're having a good time in your profile photo, Olivier.
Just laughing about life, which is the way to do it. It's the way to do it. I think there's no better way to do it.
Oh, Jesus. We have, by the way, ordered some food, so there will be food arriving.
Okay, hold on. Quick question from Carol. Are you, or she just put it, you an introvert, Nathan? Here's the thing. I thought about this a lot. I've done several videos on this, one of which went viral, which is crazy.
Have you done a Myers-Briggs test?
Yeah, I have. And I'm a little bit, like, I think one thing that's really interesting is that I think it's very influenced by the stage of life that I'm at. Mm-hmm. After the lockdowns, I was probably an extrovert, honestly. I was really wanting to meet people, spend time with people. You know what I mean? And so I think that pushed me towards like an E, right?
Yeah.
But I think it sort of depends. I mean, what I'll say is that I'm in a stage of life right now where I'm feeling, I don't want to say lonely.
Lonely. I'm so lonely.
I'm really wanting community. I'm really wanting connections and whatnot. And I have some of that, and I want to build on a lot of that. So I'm trying to see people almost every day right now. I still spend large chunks of time by myself. I think I can only do serious, productive work when I'm on my own. And I mainly prefer hanging out with people on a one-on-one or like a...
Yeah, I agree with
I don't like groups bigger than like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, it gets me a bit weird. I'm the same thing. Like according to Myers-Briggs, if you don't know what Myers-Briggs is, it's kind of like a personality test thing that you can take, and then you have like 4 dichotomies, and there's in each of the 4 there's a list. So the first one is introvert extrovert, the second one is intuition versus I can't remember what they are now. I used to be trained in delivering Myers-Briggs to people who wanted to know about it. That was part of my job at Apple, and I've forgotten everything about it. Anyway, it's a personality.
You were trained. Say that again.
I was certified to deliver Myers-Briggs training. Because
what is that? What's the relationship with Apple?
Well, it's part of their development. Because Myers-Briggs you can only take properly by somebody who's
proctoring,
who's trained, who's certified to deliver. You can take a bunch of online tests
Oh, wow.
that look like Myers-Briggs test, but it's not the actual, like, it's a whole day thing. Like,
And this was related to Apple work at Apple. Why?
just because it was part of personal development at
I guess
Apple.
self-knowledge is important.
Myers-Briggs was a big thing, and Lominger was a big thing as well. Lominger is a set of like competencies that you value. You evaluate yourself as like, this is something I'm good at, this is something I'm not good at, this is something I'm okay at.
Oh.
And then by the end of that, you get like an overview of like who you are as a person and what you are good at and what you need to improve at in general. Things like business acumen, stuff like personality. Like both of them are very good tools for leadership and very good tools for personal development. So anyway, I used to be certified to deliver both of those trainings. I'm no longer, because it's been fucking 6 years.
That's crazy.
But at the end of the Myers-Briggs thing, you end up with an acronym which has 4 letters. It's either E or I for extrovert, introvert. N is what I am, and I can't remember what the other one is.
Yeah.
INTP or ENTP was mine.
Mine was INFJ, but I think I could kind of cross over to ENFJ.
Right, ENFJ. N, I can't remember. It was to do with intuition. N was intuition. I think it was F is the second one, feeling and thinking.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. It does matter. I think here's one interesting nuance to this whole conversation about introversion, extroversion. Let's talk about it, okay? I'm looking at the comments, I'm reading. Like, you're part of this conversation, all of you patrons.
Frédéric D, best joke, I'm AZERTY. I fucking love that joke.
Dude, that's
because
hilarious.
I just bought a laptop with AZERTY while I wait for my fucking QWERTY laptop.
So here's an interesting additional nuance that is never part of the conversation when we talk about, MBTI, like the
Myers-Briggs type indicator.
The person, the quality of the interaction that I'm having has everything to do with the sort of the quality of the exchange. So like, I feel drained even if I'm hanging out with one other person when it's like we're not connecting on a deeper level, when it's like I'm not having this stimulating, exciting conversation. You know what I mean? And then I want to be more alone because I'm like, ugh, that was awful. That didn't go anywhere. But when I'm with people that energize me, they're on the same wavelength, they're creative, artists, whatever, or I'm like learning so much, or they have this interesting outlook, or just, that feeling, right? Like you can't quantify it. It's like you're just getting along with somebody. That is super energizing to me. So that's a huge part of it. Like, I think that like
depends on the quality of the. Yeah, I agree, and that makes a lot of sense.
It's a huge part of it. Anyway.
Hey, you know what we forgot?
What do we?
We might get back to this conversation about Myers-Briggs.
The song. Dun, da, da, dun, da, da, da,
so
da,
two
dun.
things. Nate needs to know the name of the song.
Yes.
Number 2, Gio Trevi. Did you find my gifts? They are on the clothes hanger next to the entry. One's for you, one's for Nathan. Right, Gio. Yes, we did get you gifts. I forgot. We were so engrossed with the conversation downstairs with the production team. I forgot to mention this during the main live. Gio, thank you for your gifts. So, I already opened mine. So Gio came to the office last week and dropped a gift for me, which is one of the funnest things I've ever seen, which is the word beer. But inside you put beer capsules. So the one that I opened earlier on, I can put the beer capsule in this thing.
Oh wow, that's brilliant.
Yeah, and also there's a bottle opener which I don't need because I have many of those. But what I do need are les sous-bocs. I don't know what you call these in English. Beer coasters.
Yeah, coasters. Yeah.
And there's a carnet d'amateur. So, Gio, thank you so much for my present. Nate hasn't opened his yet. Let's have him open it live right now.
I also am noticing how it's a totally different size, which means it's a totally different, probably gift.
It's a different type of gift.
First of all, I would like to say thank you. I don't receive a lot of gifts.
Mate, it's because you don't have my type of fans.
I don't celebrate Christmas with my family. I don't know. A few years ago, we just decided, like, hey, let's stop with the gifts. It's stressful. It's a waste of money. Let's go on a trip together. So for a couple years, we did that as a family. Then there wasn't enough money to do that, so so that stopped.
And then COVID happened, and you couldn't.
And then but it's always lovely to receive gifts. I want to say this is a book.
It felt like a book when I touched it. I was like, this is definitely a book.
Which is an excellent gift. I mean, I've started actually reading like physical books more often. I'm reading. I've been reading.
There is a note as well.
Oh, this is a note. Whoa.
You don't have to read it out loud in case it's...
Okay, yeah, let me...
I don't want to...
Let's see here.
I haven't read it, so I don't know.
Oh, wow, this is great. Wait, I think I can read this out loud.
Go on.
From a crazy dickhead. I hope you'll enjoy this as much as I do. And if you already know it, I hope you'll cherish it. Gio Trevi, also known as Georgia.
Georgia.
Beautiful. This is very sweet. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I'm destroying the wrapping.
Oh, I have not read this book.
To Kill a Mockingbird. Wow.
Have you read this?
I have. I actually have.
I've never.
I have, but it's a brilliant. I mean, it's a classic. It's an absolute classic. You haven't read this?
I honestly, I'm the worst. I don't read. Like literally,
wow.
Like I don't read anything. Apart from the news.
It's been many, many years. I would probably have to reread this.
Wait, hold on. Is this... no, I'm thinking of Three Mice... Mice of Men? Of Mice and Men? Something like that. Something to do with mice and men.
So I think this is... gosh, I don't know. Well, yeah, there you go. This is with Atticus. So Atticus is one of the heroes in the story. I think Atticus was rated one of the top 100 heroes.
Already?
In the 20th century.
Interesting.
If you look up on Wikipedia, actually, can you do this right now?
Over 30 million copies sold. Fuck me.
Top 100 heroes.
Well, you can look it up if you're looking it up.
Top 100 heroes.
I like how it looks like you've got a phone and a battery pack, but you've actually got two phones.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay.
Carlos Camejo, classic book here in the US.
Thank you. But by the way, Jill, thank you very much. It made you cry. Oh wow.
It's a great book to read if you want to understand race relations in the US. Interesting.
Yeah. It's an are you trying to say something to me, Jill? Are you
No, this is Tyler Hass who's just brought that up.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Mockingbird was the only set book we had to read at school and that everyone liked. Okay. Interesting. I didn't do those years of school in the UK, so I didn't have to read Emmanuel Macunga of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. That's the one that we had to read.
I don't know if I liked Of Mice and Men.
I thought it was very sad. That's the only I don't remember anything about the book. And then I think I watched the film. Was there a film about it? Mate, I'm so uncultured.
I couldn't find it, but I did remember seeing Atticus, and Atticus is a true hero. I mean, like it's I don't remember all the details of the story, but it's a great book. It's a great book. Thank you so much. Very sweet of you.
Bought from Fnac Logistique at Massy, Cedex.
Okay, Carol's asking. Carol, I keep answering your questions. I should be paying attention to everybody's questions, but can you tell us 3 of your favorite books? All right, I can tell you.
She's asking good questions.
One that I always go to, and I did a whole audiovisual section on like what this book made me feel in a video I did a few years ago on rediscovering books, how I rediscovered books. Jonathan Livingston Seagull. I don't know if you've ever heard of this book. It's one of those like new agey.
What's the name of the book called?
Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
That's the name of the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's about a seagull.
A seagull like the bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's sort of a children's book, but with like all kinds of spiritual meaning. It's new agey for sure, like for sure, no question.
Okay.
But I love it, and every time I've picked it up and read it, it's had a different meaning to me, and I think it's a really beautiful book. So that's one of my favorites. Gosh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There've been quite a few books that I've really enjoyed. Did you ever read *Sapiens*?
No, but I know that it's fucking up there in the Audible.
It's great. It's like a really great book.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I need help.
And I
don't know how to read.
I feel really basic, but I really loved The Botany of Desire. I mean, I love Michael Pollan as a whole. I don't know if you're familiar with this author. Okay, so Michael Pollan is like this journalist who's
Did he do 80 around the world in 80 days? No, that's Michael Palin.
No. He's done like he did a book on psychedelics called How to Change Your Mind.
Okay.
And he's just like really engaged in the plant world, but he writes about plants in a way that's like interesting and amazing, you know?
Okay.
He did a whole book on caffeine, you know?
Oh.
And amazing. I mean, the botany of
So
desire.
that's like a
fascinating.
non-fiction.
Non-fiction.
That's what
So
I enjoy.
Jonathan Livingston Seagal's fiction.
Yeah.
Sapiens non-fiction. Botany of Desire non-fiction. Okay, and the Botany of Desire is, I think there was a movie as well, but I never saw it.
Oh, food has arrived.
Food has arrived. I'll take over. So Michael Pollan is amazing. I mean, one of my favorites. I think I really love Michael Pollan, Malcolm Gladwell, the author of *Sapiens*, which I'm blanking on right now, Harari. They're just incredible authors, and they're very inspiring to me. But it's funny, the book I'm trying to write is very different from the books that they've written.
Somebody asked about the question about your book.
Yeah, it's a book on fear. It's going to be about fear. I feel like I shouldn't say anything until the book's done. Ah, yes.
Fried chicken, ladies and gentlemen, is what's for dinner. Everyone was asking.
Oh my God. Hell yeah.
I will spare you the noises.
So somebody asked, as someone who speaks multiple languages, do you prefer reading in those or English? So I've had different experiences. I've read books in French and in Spanish, and a little bit in Italian. I read Siddhartha by Herman Hesse, or is that how you pronounce his name? Another classic. You have to read this
Mate,
book.
I'm...
And I read it in... Oh, sorry.
It's all right, you got the top. It's fine.
I read it in Spanish, and that was an amazing experience. I mean, I really loved that. It was... Wow, this is awesome. Is it gross to people that we're eating on a live stream?
I would just say when you're eating, don't like eat into the microphone like a dirty bastard.
Yeah. Anyway, I really loved reading Siddhartha. I think that's the name of the book. By Herman Hesse.
All right, let me do three of my favourite books while you start eating. Mine are all, I think, non-fiction. What are three of my favourite books? I tell you what, ages ago, I read the story of Twitter, and I can't remember. I think it was called Hatching Twitter. Was the name of the book. It was kind of like the autobiography of Twitter and how it started, and like the startup life and all that kind of stuff. I found it very inspiring, and it was very cool. Then Lee Evans, who's an English comedian, his autobiography I found super, just super interesting, and one that I have to read again.
Who is Lee Evans?
Lee Evans is an English comedian, English stand-up comedian who was big in like the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. So he had like his autobiography. Any biographies of people who have kind of had a difference in the world, whatever their industry is, I find fascinating.
Wait, so before you continue on to the third, so why did you like the Twitter one? Like, that's, of all the books, I mean, I don't know if you've read very many books, but...
No, I've read, honestly, if you were to put all the
You've
books...
read 3.
I've read... I've maybe read 20 books in my life. Like, finished 20 books. Of those books, there's maybe 7 of them that are fiction.
Yeah.
5 of which were forced on me at school to read. But the only kind of fiction books that I read at the time were like Hannibal and Silence of the Lambs. I was into those films, and then I read the books.
And then you read the books, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like non-fiction, I don't, it's all non-fiction. Like, I don't read fiction. I can't keep concentrated for fiction. Like, I read, and then halfway through the paragraph, my mind goes elsewhere.
You haven't read the right fiction. I mean, fiction can really take you into another world. I mean, you were maybe a little bit too old for Harry Potter, right?
I was too old. Yeah, I mean, the books, no, but the film, like, when the first film came out, I think it was in like 2000 or 99 or 2001. Anyway, I was like early teens. Yeah. And I just wasn't into that. I was into other shit like skateboarding and...
Yeah. I went through a long phase of not reading also. It's funny, I read all these classics, and I later realized, I was like, wow, I actually read Dune. I didn't realize it.
You know what I did read?
I read it like years.
So Dune, the new film that came out recently, I did read The Alchemist.
Yeah. Classic.
What's his name? Paulo Coelho?
Mm-hmm.
Paulo Coelho. It's such an English way of saying it. It was, the reason I read it is because it was super small. I was like, cool, I can deal with this like length of a book.
Yeah.
Books that are like that thick, I can't.
So you'll never be reading Tolstoy.
No, I don't think I won't be reading anything. Honestly, like, and that's
How about
why
audiobooks?
Audiobooks I've not really tried.
Really?
Mate, I did an Audible series.
That's what I was gonna say.
And they didn't even give me like fucking like a discount on the thing. So I want to read like.
I can't wait to record my own book. Like I can't wait to read it. And like I think people really connect. You know what's funny? This happened to me the other day. Somebody didn't. I mean, they maybe sort of recognized me. I don't know. But when they heard me speak, I was talking to somebody in a coffee shop. And they're like, I heard your voice, and you're Nathaniel Drew. And I was like, what the fuck? You know my voice. Like,
yeah.
That's so funny to me, you know? Like,
Well,
I get recognizing a face, but recognizing a voice?
Well, it's like Barack Obama's biography or autobiography. I will never read that. I will always, the day that I read the book, I will listen to it. I would much rather listen to him reading his own story than me reading it from a page and hearing his voice in my mind as I read it.
Right.
The next book I want to read is Will Smith's thing.
It's coming out pretty soon, right?
I think it's already out.
Oh, really?
Emmanuel says I should read short stories. Yeah, I tried reading short stories at school and they made me they forced us to read short stories. But actually, having said that, there were some short stories at school that were kind of futuristic. Somebody find me the name. In the UK, we went through a phase of like reading these foreign books, these futuristic books, and they weren't too dissimilar to how we live nowadays, to be honest.
Look, Taylor is saying my voice is extremely distinct. And Tyler is saying, not surprising, a lot of people are face blind to some degree, myself included, so voices are much easier to pick out. So I have a super distinct voice. Is that true? Do you think you could pick me out in a crowd? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
really?
But
Is it the way I talk, or is it literally my voice?
I could pick a lot of people out of a crowd.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess I'm more...
so I'm not special. I wanted to feel special for a second there. Not special. It's all good.
Not special at all. Yeah, I think because you've got a certain way, especially in your videos, you've got a certain way of speaking slower.
But okay. I had a way of speaking that was very like slow and intentional, and I've lightened up a lot over the last couple of years. No? And even then.
I felt like the videos that I watched of you initially were very
like,
here is the video.
yeah.
Here are things that I need to tell you.
I was learning.
In a very somber voice.
Yeah.
In a very serious voice.
You know what's funny?
I have a message to give you.
My dad's starting a YouTube channel.
Fuck off.
Yeah, and he's going through that phase right now too. He's very I'm giving him feedback.
Has he already got his YouTube channel?
No, he doesn't have it yet, so you can't look it up. And I'm not sharing it, by the way. He's sharing all kinds of personal shit on there. But he's my first piece of feedback is like, you sound angry and sad the whole time.
You said that to him?
Not yet. No, I'll just be honest. I mean, I think he's done a great job on his first attempts, but like, you know, there's this sort of like...
What's he talking about?
His... I was not planning on talking about this because I didn't want people to know, but he's going to be talking about life in your 50s. And like...
Mate, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Because I don't think anyone on YouTube is talking about
I do think it's awesome. And he's going to be talking about his relationship. Like, his first video is about his relationship with me, you know, his son.
They'll be clickbaitable.
I think he went through a midlife crisis a little bit, so he's kind of like navigating that. I think it's awesome.
That makes sense.
I didn't want to talk about this because I don't want people to know. And no, I'm not sharing with you whatever name it is because he's sharing personal shit. Like, you know,
don't worry about it.
I learned the lesson because I plugged my mom on a few occasions. I did a video with her, and then things got weird. People started behaving weird, like sending her DMs and whatnot. And I was like, I don't want this. So,
completely changing topics. Patarnac de style colis de marde said, Paul, did you see ta prestation dans le film Aline?
What is this? What is this? What are you doing, Aline?
So have you seen the film?
No.
I'm in the film.
How did that happen? And what did you do?
I was in the film for like 5 seconds. I talk about it in my stand-up show, so I won't spoil the whole thing. But Aline, for those of you who don't know, is a French film which is basically the biopic for the Celine Dion biopic.
Whoa!
And I played a Québécois for like literally a minute in the film, probably less.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was cool. And that's it. That's the end of the story. It was weird.
How did that happen? Your manager?
Yeah, my agent at the time, who I don't have anymore because he was a waste of time. Because he was giving me gigs like that. I'm like, this is not like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm playing a Québécois in a film. Like, why are you giving me roles as a Québécois? Like, give me roles as like, find me roles.
So you fired him.
Well, we kind of fired each other.
How does that happen?
Well, it happens like he was like, yeah, like you don't accept anything that I do, so like we don't want to work. And I didn't accept anything that he gave me because he would often like pitch me shit like oh, why don't you do this French TV show like Plus Belle la Vie? And I'm like, absolutely not. So he was losing money on me, and I was just like, I'm a comedian. I do my own shit. Like I don't want to be in anyone else's film. Like I don't. It's a weird. Like it's just, I don't know. As a stand-up comedian, you just don't do. In France, yes, but outside of France, you do your own shit. Like I'd rather be on stage in front of people doing my own show than perform. Anyway, it was a fun experience, but it like whatever. I got paid like 400 euros for it. Do you know what I mean?
No way.
So it was fun, and it gave me like 10 minutes of
It was 1 day of shooting?
2.
That's not a great daily rate at all.
Fuck all, mate.
Wow.
So anyway, yes, I have not seen my prestation. I didn't even see it. I haven't seen the film yet. I got invited to the premiere.
You didn't go?
No.
Why?
Because the premiere was a Sunday morning at fucking 10 a.m.
Wow.
I'm not getting up at 10 a.m. on a Sunday to go and see a film that I'm in.
Why would the premiere be at a Sunday morning?
I don't know. Because, I don't know. They had to probably maybe find...
Wait, do you want my story time? We were going to talk about... Do you remember what we were talking about before?
What were we
I never told you the story.
What story? What?
I have a story to tell you.
Oh, at the beginning of the live, you're like, oh, I've got some shit.
I have big news to share. But I don't know if now's the appropriate time. Have people asked interesting questions?
Maybe.
I have like really big news.
If you've got really big news, you should probably share it right now.
Like right now?
Should you share it right now, ladies
I
and
don't
gentlemen?
know. If people insist a lot that I share the big news. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. It's not worth it.
You heard the man.
Was this underneath that for a particular purpose?
It was just because it's a weird... But if you, it's fine.
Okay. Is Nathaniel's pregnant? You know what's funny? I wore my Aura ring in a few videos, and people thought I was engaged.
Oh.
Not engaged. My friends, not engaged. Share the news. Tell us. Spill it. All right.
Obviously, no one's going to say no.
Story time. Is there a Mrs. Nathaniel Drew? No, there isn't. All right. Story time. Here we go. And you don't even know this. Okay? Y'all ready for this? How many people are tuned in?
40?
Okay, all 62 of you are getting a sneak peek into my world here. Okay, so I had an apartment that I was subletting for 1.5 years in Paris. I think subletting's illegal. I'm not sure, but anyway, I had a good.
It depends on the contract of the person who's subletting.
I had a sweet deal, and the people were nice. They liked me because I didn't cause them problems.
This is the apartment that you did a lot of videos in with lots of bookshelves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in the 9th arrondissement. You can know that now, okay? I can say that because I don't live there anymore. I was in the 9th. Nice area. Really nice area. Did you ever come over? No, you never saw it. Because I'm a horrible friend. So I lived there for 1.5 years, and on September 15th, I left. Okay. I was traveling Europe with a lady friend, let's say, and that came to an end. All of it, the travels and the lady friend situation, and I realized, like, damn, what am I gonna do now? I don't have a living situation at all in Paris. But Paris is like the one city. Paris has become, after 1.5 years living here, like the place where I have the most connections and like the greatest sense of community. It's not where I want it to be yet, but it's like coming along. I can't abandon this project at this stage.
So the big news is you're now sleeping on this sofa. This is now your house.
So I'm homeless. However, I came back with a mission I was like, all right, I'm gonna hunt down an apartment. Basically, this was something that I wanted to do next year. Okay, so I was on the apartment hunt, basically coming back here, and to buy, my friends, not to rent, to buy, and that is a beast in and of itself. And I'm happy to answer any questions. It's an absolute monster. There's a lot that goes into that kind of thing.
Good luck with that.
With the amount of bureaucracy in Paris. However, I'm pleased to tell you I found an apartment that was awesome.
Yeah.
I made an offer.
Yeah, and it was accepted?
It was accepted.
Oh, shit!
So, and my patrons already know this because I've shared recently. However, there's there's a period of several months now before I can move in. 4 probably still, because I still haven't signed la promesse de vente. So la promesse de vente is when the 3-month ticker starts. And that should be happening in about 2 weeks, in about 10 days.
And you haven't signed the promesse de vente because
les notaires, okay, there's a whole cast of characters when you buy an apartment, basically.
This is true.
But les notaires, my notaire, and the seller's notaire, the notaries, are slow. By the way, thank you so much, Raquel, Tyler, Juliette, French cheese. Thank you so much. I'm very excited. I think this is going to be kind of life-changing, honestly. I don't expect it to solve all my problems, but to have a home base for the first time in my life where I'm not living somewhere.
It's a big fucking deal, man.
It's a big deal. And by the way, you're invité à la pendaison de crémaillère.
Mate, you're invited to my... Here's the thing. So me and my wife are going through exactly the same thing.
No way!
We might be doing... We won't be doing a pendaison de crémaillère straight away, but we might have a New Year's party.
You're ahead in the process. We've already
done the promesse de vente. We're in the process of signing the final loan.
Whoa!
We should have the keys by mid-December. If we get the keys by mid-December, we're gonna have a destruction New Year's party where you bring a fucking hammer and some goggles.
No
way! And you break some shit in the house.
Oh, I'd love to go.
Anyway, keep going with your story because it's fascinating. Because I'm not French, nor are you, but I have a French person with me who kind of knows the system.
I don't.
Exactly. So I'm fascinated.
And I'll be doing a whole video on this once I move in, that's for sure.
One?
Probably
you need about 5 videos.
Yeah. So, by the way, thank you once again. I'm going to place this on the ground here so I don't get this book. I don't ruin this book with this food. Yeah, there's a whole cast of characters, and I'm pretty early in the process, honestly. This is why I don't want to say...
Wait, when did you... So, hold on.
I found the apartment in 6 days.
How long ago?
I found the apartment within 6 days, and I arrived October 19th.
So you arrived October 19th?
By October 25th, I think I found it. I made an offer on the 26th, and it was accepted by the 28th or something like that.
Right, so it makes sense you haven't signed a thing yet. And that makes sense.
It's because yeah. And by the way, I think this process is a lot faster in the United States because banks aren't so goddamn slow. It takes like...
In the US or here?
In the US compared to here.
What? In the US, don't you just show up and go, yeah, I want a place, and you go to the bank, and they say, I want a loan, and they go, fine, have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, so are you buying the place outright? Or
no, okay, that's...
Are you getting a loan?
I'm not that loaded. I mean, that's an insane amount of money. I was going to ask you, you're getting a loan, right?
Yeah.
What, combien d'apport, if you don't mind me asking?
Apport, the
down payment.
What's that called? The down payment? That's a good question. I think it's 100.
100 what? 100%?
100,000.
$100,000 in apport.
Is the down payment?
What percent is? Or I guess now I can't ask you that because now I'm asking you the value.
Yeah, I mean that it's. I can't calculate the percent because my math isn't good enough. But it's a decent amount. But because
I'm having to do 30% apport, which is a lot. It's a lot, but it's good. I mean, that's how it should be. You shouldn't be able to buy an apartment for fucking 5% down payment.
No, which in the US I think you can. In the US, can't you do like 0 down payment?
I don't know. Okay, hold on. I don't want to ignore comments here. I want to answer as many questions as possible. Can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah. Let's keep going. Let's see the questions. Let's go. So congratulations. Thank you so much. Are all patrons invited to destroy the house? No, none of you will be invited ever to this house. Just because I need to keep my family and my wife
Safe.
separate from anyone else that is not our friends and close friends and family. Like, that is part of it's just part of the deal that I have with my wife with what we're doing. So unfortunately, none of you are invited to anything that's happening at my house.
Thank you, Robin, for congratulating us. Also,
congrats, guys! You have to do like Damon Dominique. Okay, there's something he did that I'm unaware of.
I have no idea what he's done.
And Nathan, I just graduated as an interior designer. If you need help in your new place, maybe Fanny might be invited to the. Nathaniel, do you like the space, or was it just the only one available? Taylor asked this question.
Okay, so this is. I mean, I don't want to be boastful here, but I was like, I was on the hunt for something special, and I don't want to give away where it is in the city, but it has an amazing view of a monument. I'll just say that. Okay, I mean, it's exactly in the part of the city that's my favorite. Okay, so I'm not gonna say anymore.
You don't even need to say anymore, but
do you think you know?
No, I think I know, but it doesn't matter. Like, if you say the 16th is so big. If you say the 9th isn't, like, unless you give the fucking street number and name. Anyway, so it wasn't just the only one available. It was a cool space that you wanted.
It's a great spot. I mean, I think I'm spending probably too much money on this, but I think it's an investment in the long term.
We'll talk about it afterwards, but that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, you didn't know this, right? I didn't tell you.
We talked briefly about maybe you were gonna think about but you didn't.
I'll show you the photos. It's crazy.
Oh, mate.
So I'm super excited about this, and by the way, I'm grateful to all the support that I've gotten on YouTube because that's the only way this was possible. Honestly, a few years ago, this was a pipe dream. So,
dude, to buy a place
it's a
in
pipe
Paris is like, we're not even in Paris, so we're fucking way out.
Really?
Yeah, because we've got a baby and she's energetic,
That
so we're
makes
like, we
sense.
need a house with a garden so she can play in the garden.
I like
blah,
how
blah,
you
blah.
put it. Energetic. That's funny.
She's energetic, so
That's
she
what I
needs some
was.
space. So we basically went out
That's what I am still.
to where everyone that we know lives. Not everyone, like out east, basically.
Yeah.
Out east of Paris is all of Addie's friends.
They're all there.
They're all either east of Paris, like in the 20th and 19th or whatever.
That's
in
still Paris.
Yeah, but we're not there because it's too expensive. So we're out in the eastern suburbs where some of our other friends are as well.
Do you like what you found? Do you like?
Listen, if we were in a relationship without a kid, I'd be like, why the fuck are we doing this?
You want to be in the city?
Yeah, of course. I didn't move from England to France to live in a suburb of Paris, but it's a suburb where there's a metro coming soon.
Okay, that's the other thing. The Olympics, my friends, the Olympics. The value of property is going to go up.
In Paris, yeah. Well, in Paris, the value of property is always going to go up. It's never going to go down ever, unless there's like a bomb.
Do you think it's like New York, kind of?
Yeah. Any big city, the value of property is never going down ever, ever in Paris or the close like suburbs.
Never ever. There can still be a crash.
It doesn't matter. Because in France, as you've just found out, in order to buy a place, it's not like the US where you can buy a place and you don't have proof that you can pay it back. So in 2008, the whole reason that happened was because people were getting subprime mortgages, all this kind of shit. It's like, I want to buy a house. They're like, great. Do you have any money? No, that's all right. We'll give you the loan. Right. They can't pay it back. Crash. There are no credit cards in this country. Like, it doesn't... buying a place in Paris will be the best thing you've ever done.
Yeah, what's the deal with credit here?
There is no credit. It doesn't exist.
That's crazy.
It doesn't. I mean, you can. I have a credit. I have an Amex.
It doesn't exist.
No, it's a loan or. Right, it doesn't exist. Technically, every French bank card, is a credit card. If you go to the US and you go to the ATM, you can't type debit for a French card. It has to be credit. I don't know how the
Wow.
I don't know how the software works.
Yeah.
But in France, you can't just go, hey, I'd like a credit card. What does that mean? It means that I can buy a certain amount and I pay back certain amounts a month. Doesn't exist. I have an Amex card from my days at Apple when I was earning a decent amount of money. And it's like an Amex Platinum card, right? When I buy stuff on it, the full amount of that comes out of my personal bank account the next month. It's not a monthly. You can't like if I buy.
That's how I treat my credit cards. Like I pay them down always.
And this is a good thing to do.
And everybody should. It's insane to me to not do that.
Right, but this is a problem with the US and the UK is that we have credit cards where
You
it's like
can do that.
It's like, hey, dude, I don't have 5,000 euros in my bank account, but I'm going to buy a 5,000 euro TV and I'm going to pay it back over 28 months at a certain interest.
Yeah.
And then halfway through that 28 months, I can't pay it back anymore, and there's this whole shit, and you get into debt, and it's crazy. In France, it's like the credit card that I have from my days at Apple. It's like, great, I'm going to buy myself a new computer, which I did yesterday, because I needed to edit some shit.
But you essentially already have to have that money.
I have to have that money in my bank account in the next month, because the whole full amount. If I buy a new computer,
that's how it should be. That's how it should be.
I agree. Anyway, all that to say is in France, there's no real credit. Anyway, Theo says, Paul, it's called Confinoga. Maybe. Micheluna, I think in Paris, the rents has doubled in the past 10 years. Also, some neighborhoods have more Airbnb. Yeah, so it doubled in less than the past 10 years in certain places.
That's insanity.
What's the difference between loan and credit? Raphael, this is a good question, Raphael, because in most English-speaking countries, when you buy a house or an apartment, you get a mortgage, which literally translated is an hypothèque. But in France, we call it a loan. You get a bank loan. So it's essentially kind of... C'est un prêt, a loan, but it's not a mortgage. And I don't understand the difference between a mortgage and a loan. Because when you, in the US or the UK, if you buy a house, you don't get a loan, you get a mortgage. And I don't know what the difference is, because I'm not...
I think it's the same thing. No? I don't know. I've never bought in the US, so I don't know.
Tyler, a loan is the bank saying we'll give you X amount of money to buy whatever and you'll pay it back on a schedule, while a credit card is you can buy X and pay back with interest.
Well, you are paying back with interest to a bank.
Yeah, you pay back with interest to a bank, but it's a lot less.
Extraordinarily low. My interest is under 2%. Isn't that fucking insane?
Yeah.
And I'm a foreigner.
I don't even know how you got a loan as a foreigner. That's why I'm interested.
Okay, cast of characters. Let me fill you in. Because
we barely got a loan as a French person and as a European.
Also, I just got the question from Head Games. Nathaniel, when did you stop being vegan? This is timely. This is timely as we eat chicken wings.
Did you go vegan?
I was vegan for a while. I was vegan for a month, and then and then for a period of like 6 months, I was pretty close to vegan. I mean, definitely vegetarian, but like, you know, like also basically not consuming any animal products.
Good for you.
Because I don't consume a lot of dairy already because of lactose intolerance.
Okay.
But I ended up loosening up on that because travel's hard. Travel is hard without having that kind of dietary flexibility. And I will admit I'm very curious. This is sort of a special event. I never buy meat from the grocery store. I don't know if you do, but...
Okay, yeah, depends on
it happens more eating out, you know? But I will never buy meat of my own accord that I have to cook. Anyway, so add to the cast of characters here, okay? I've already talked to you about les notaires. So I have a notary. They're kind of working on behalf of the government. Not the U.S., the France.
The French government, yeah.
And the French government takes a huge chunk for taxes. The notary has to be paid. Now, to get a loan, I had to find a courtier, okay?
A broker.
A mortgage broker who put me in touch with the notary, who then put me in touch with the seller's notary. So we have 3 characters.
Yep.
There's also the seller's agent.
The estate agent.
Right. Who is kind of like in the middle of everything. And when I first started looking, I thought I was going to get an agent too, like a buyer's agent, but that's another percentage. So the notary is taking 7.5% of the listing price. So you have to think about listing price, 30% down to the bank, 7.5% of the listing price needs to go to the notary because of fees and taxes and whatnot.
Yep.
the mortgage broker is going to take like 1% or 1.5% or somewhere around there to help me get a loan from the bank, and it's indispensable because I couldn't do this by myself. It's an insane amount of paperwork. I mean, it's insanity.
For sure, yeah.
It's crazy. It's like like every bank statement you can imagine, you know, passport and
your last tax slips,
everything,
all of the shit, yeah,
everything. So
and I imagine he probably took a good percentage more than he took for us because we're kind of normal because we live in France and we've got like French tax stuff.
I'm paying the foreigner tax, right?
Yeah.
I'm paying extra for everything.
You don't have any tax returns in France.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh shit.
I'm paying, so I almost paid 3%, I think, for the buyer's agent. And then I was like, wait, I think I can do this by myself. And I found it by myself and, you know, made the offer and whatnot. So I saved myself like tens of thousands of dollars by choosing to do that. But the amount of middlemen in this process is insane. It's insane.
I don't know if it's the same in other countries. That's my thing, because I've never bought a place anywhere
that's
else.
yours. I think I'm done.
No, it's all right. Keep going. If you want some more,
I'll steal one. I'll steal one.
Yeah, have a few.
This is so good. So it's
A lot of
craziness.
middlemen.
So all that to say, this is, I mean, I had savings for this. I've been saving for this for a while. It's all white clean. I have no savings left. I really don't.
Tyler Haas. 7.5. Jesus, do they each give you a reach around when they fuck you?
It's insane. The taxes are crazy. It's crazy. Le courtier n'est pas obligatoire. Yeah, you're right. But how the fuck do you think I'm going to get a loan from a bank? There's no way I would ever be able to do that.
Le courtier isn't obligatoire, but what they will do...
For a foreigner, it is, in my opinion. For a foreigner, it is. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Mate, the first time that we tried, like 3 years ago, to buy a place, the courtier was like, nah, you're not. You can't buy a place.
Really?
Yeah.
They looked at your finances and were just like, no.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, like, my wife has multiple apartments because all her family are dead. So she has, like, a couple apartments in Paris that she owns. And the courtier was like, no, you're just in this weird sort of space where you have a company and
your income wasn't high enough?
Yeah, it was just all fucked up. So they were like, no. So even for, like, French people... So we went to the bank and they were like, yeah, it's like you like whatever. Here's the thing, but we got a courtier, the broker, because he was recommended from a friend, and he got us a fucking good deal on like the percentage.
Amazing.
Like on the interest for the thing.
I mean, some banks pay, you know, like they will pay whatever it's called, if the broker helps this happen, and then that I have to pay my courtier less because of that.
Right.
But that's going away. They're removing that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm wiping all my savings clean, but this is an investment in my future. I'm really excited about this. But the thing is,
your savings, what are they doing? They're sitting in a bank account, earning nothing.
Well, that's one thing. The scary thing is I'm gonna have to prepare for taxes, and so by April I have to be ready for a gigantic tax bill.
No, I don't think by April. Already? By April? Maybe
As an
next
American,
April.
Yes.
Wait, because you have to...
I have to pay for the taxes of all the money I made this year.
In France?
No, the United States. I always have to pay U.S. taxes forever. Forever,
yeah,
my
but
whole
if you
life.
don't earn any money in the US...
For my whole life, I will have to pay American taxes.
Yeah, but if you're not earning any money in the US...
All of my sponsors, everybody's American.
Yeah, but slowly that will come over. When you start working with Audible France, with fucking...
It's not going to happen. Everything I do is in English.
Mate, everything I do is in English, and I've never worked with anything outside of France.
Wow. This is eye-opening. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably a lot less money.
The United States is... Guys, come on. There's Americans watching this, right? Like, Americans have to pay taxes. And this is unlike any other developed country in the world.
I know that you have to pay
We have
taxes.
to pay no matter what.
Yeah, I feel like
unfortunately, il y a des accords entre la France et les États-Unis. So there will be, you know, like, I won't have to pay, like, double taxes, but I'll probably have to pay the higher of the two, which is
yeah, but
lame.
they're not going to. The France aren't going to allow you to not pay tax in France. If you let's say you were earning.
I know.
Let's say you were a company. What's the word? Like an employee, like an employee of a company in France. They're not going to allow you to pay. Like, you would get double taxed. I think you get double taxed.
I
as
will
the
not
US.
get double taxed. Because the U.S. can I mean, there's agreements between the two governments. Please don't. I'm gonna have a heart attack otherwise.
No, but I think that you get fucked on, like, as Americans. You have to pay taxes on foreign income in the US. Generally, there's a form for it.
Oh God. Look, I'm not the only American that's come
This
over
is
here.
true.
Please, guys.
But
please.
I think there's. I was speaking to an American, not in France, but somewhere else, in Germany, somewhere. I can't remember where they were, and they were just like, "Yeah, I gave up my American citizenship because otherwise I would pay my taxes in this country, and also on that money."
Oh my
Like,
God.
it was something. It was something to do with that. I don't know.
That's crazy.
But some mostly guess so saying unless you live overseas.
That's not fully true. Okay, the whole 350 days a year is a $100,000 foreign exemption. So it helps a lot, you know? But it doesn't really get rid of the whole problem because there's all kinds of loops and, you know, like...
Okay, James Berischetti says double taxation between France and US is exempt, so you'll likely pay US income tax and French
property tax, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the most accurate of all the answers. So, anyway, all of that to say, and we can go, I mean, if you have questions about this, I'm happy to try to answer this, but all of that to say, I've made a gigantic move towards trying to be more established.
Sorry, that's
here.
fucking congratulations.
Thank you.
On almost buying a house because you're not quite there yet.
No, not quite there yet, and
But
I won't be able to move in
how
until...
old are you? 23, 24?
24.
Fuck me.
So I feel very lucky to be able to do this, and it's all thanks to the support I've gotten on YouTube. I mean, honestly. But you know, it's going to be a bit of a journey to get there. The next 3-4 months, I do not have a home base. And by the way, Airbnbs in Paris are insanely expensive. I mean, to get a tiny studio, you're paying ridiculous. I'm paying more than what my rent was before. And so the goal is I got an apartment with a second room. That was a big...
Oh, so you can Airbnb the room?
Well, I can... No, I could Airbnb it when I'm not there.
That's
one
okay.
option. Or the second room would not be for strangers. It would be for friends and family.
Oh, that makes sense. We
know.
got charged.
Well, I'm going to wash my hands really fast.
Go on.
And then...
Do you want the St. Arnold?
This was insanely tasty.
It was good, wasn't it? Do you want the St. Arnold from fucking Texas, or do you want Le Saint-Erwan?
Whatever one you don't want.
From Bretagne. The Texas beer, I believe, is from Tony Aquino. The Bretagne one, Saint-Erwan, let me know who this is from. Oh, Jesus, there's some, like, floating shit in this. Oh, Jesus. And it's 7%. Maybe I'll take the 7% one. Maxime Boutet, it's a good question. Why not some yellow gin, which is just behind the rum over there? Because we don't have any tonic. I don't have any tonic to drink the gin with. But I will do some gin and tonics, Max, at some stage with a guest in the future. Frederick D. The other one is mine. I could have never guessed that. Because you're not from Bretagne, I don't think. Maybe you are. I can't remember. Anyway, 7%. I'm getting fucked up. Doesn't matter. I'm getting up in 6 hours to go to London for the day. Who goes to London for a day? That is, let me ask Nathaniel when he gets back, but I feel like that's a very European privilege to just be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to London for a day. Attends, Maxime Boutet, pas de tonic avec ça? Bro, we're not drinking fucking gin straight. There's got to be something else that you drink with your gin in Quebec that isn't tonic. If you don't have tonic with your fucking... Lola. Starfire, Lola. Anyway. Oh, dude. Mate, this beer, I'm not sure about this beer that I've poured for myself, Patrick. Look at the state of it. Hold on, let me close my face. Look at all this floating shit in the middle of the beer, Patrick. Mate, does that look normal to you?
Uh-oh. Oh, you're thinking you shouldn't drink this?
I feel like there's some fucking float.
Wow.
I've never seen such floaty shit.
Well, hold on.
Yours is fine, because yours is from Texas. It's called St. Arnold.
Because it's from Texas.
Yeah, that's the reason why it's...
Oh, hold on. There were all kinds of... Can you scroll up again? There were a bunch of middlemen-related
Yeah. But I want the answer from Fred. Why is there floating stuff in my beer, Fred?
Have you had one of these before?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Close your eyes.
Here, hold on.
There we go. There's the floating shit. Patrick. Tyler Haas, who's an alcohol pro because he imports alcohol, says, could be bottle conditioned or an unfiltered beer, Paul. There is life in this beer. Did yours...
Nate, se usciamo insieme di ospito. She's, Gio is saying, if we go out together, she's welcoming me. I don't know.
She bought you the book.
Yeah.
Gio.
Thank you.
Georgia.
I all I can say is I'm very flattered. Hold on, can you scroll up?
Yeah.
Let's catch up on some of these comments. That's such an amazing feat at such a young age, Nathaniel. Thank you, Tony. Tony Aquino. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
That's his beer.
Oh, this is his as well? The Texas one?
The Texas one is his beer, yeah.
Hell yeah, this is amazing, Tony.
Tony Aquino, because he lives in Texas, so he brought me like 8 beers.
So you're drinking that one, the floating
stuff?
No,
I'm drinking one from Bretagne, which is from Patrick.
I see.
Sorry, not Patrick. Frederick D.
Gotcha. I just want to say, thank you for all the well wishes and the kind comments. Yeah, I'm excited to do a video explaining this whole process at some point in the future, but it's a journey. I mean, it's insane how, I'm making an investment in this country basically. Like I'm putting in sort of a ridiculous amount of money into the real estate here, right?
It doesn't matter where it is in Paris, it will always be worth it more than any other.
No, I agree, but they're making it hard. They make it hard. Like they don't make it easy, and everybody wants a cut, and
unless you show up cash in hand,
and that's
complicated.
But that's like impossible. I mean, I don't know. It's just
unless you're like a millionaire.
Yeah,
it's difficult to buy a place outright. But yeah, it's fucking cool, man.
It's very cool that you've bought a property too, man. That's very exciting.
I mean,
How do you feel about it?
I've bought it at like 10%.
So because of your French wife?
Yeah, because she has 0 family, so she had some apartments. Amazing. So
10% is awesome.
So I know that in any case, the 10% that I've given of this house will be worth more than it is currently in 10 years. That's what, and also it's a house with a garden. The little one can run around and she can do some shit. I have my own like studio at the end of the garden.
Oh, that's cool. Are you excited about it? Do you have to renovate it?
Yeah, totally. Like as I said, we get the keys maybe December if we're lucky. We've been running late with all the paperwork.
And you'll be living in there while the renovations are happening?
No. We're not moving until July.
So where are you living now?
In the same place that we've been at.
It's
for the
like
last
an apartment.
Yeah, it's an apartment in the south suburbs.
You've said too much already. They're gonna find you.
They already know my address. If they've been looking at these lives, I don't care. We're leaving. So we live in the south suburbs in an apartment. That's the apartment that my wife is selling as like a down payment to the new place.
Yeah.
Which is most of the down payment.
So you did the smart thing. I'm saying it, Nathaniel, it's not an investment. We are investing in you. I don't know what that's a reference to.
I don't know.
If it's the support, the YouTube support that I've gotten.
Maybe, yeah. I guess the YouTube support
that has led to the purchase of the apartment.
Yeah, it's potentially that, yeah.
Oh shoot, I missed what I was gonna say.
So will you be running the happy hour out of there when it's done? Carlos Camejo, this is a great question. The answer is probably yes. For the people that I know well,
so you'll be coming into Paris a lot less often.
Totally, yeah. I can't be asked. Like, it's too far away. I mean, it's too far away. I'll be coming in.
That's unfortunate.
Well, no, because if you text me and go like, yeah, let's meet for a beer, literally I'm a 20-minute metro away.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
It's not far. It's really not that far away.
You're exaggerating a little. It's probably a 30-minute metro ride.
I mean, it's not an hour and a half train is what I'm saying. It's 20, 30, 40, it's the same time, right?
Because you know, yeah. I mean, it took me a half hour to get here from the 16th.
Yeah, we'll be like if you come like the next time you come on. Well, no, you'll be on the live before we. But
shit! Am I saying too much? People should know how long it takes. Does everybody know where we are right now?
Yeah, they all know the address of this place.
Oh, okay.
How do you think Gio showed up with her fucking?
Oh, that's
presents?
true. That's true. Okay.
She rocked up. I wasn't here, but
okay, gotcha. Yeah.
anyway. Yes, the idea is that people, the people that I know well, will come to the house for the live. They will walk down the garden and then go into the studio. The people that I don't know what's going to happen for that yet. I don't really know what's going to happen with this live, to be honest. It's
in the future, yeah.
Yeah, like when we move in July, I don't know if I'll still be doing this. I want to still be doing it, but there's also like other shit going on.
Right. So Theo was talking about France allows you to buy in France. France is investing in you.
France allows you to buy in France. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, so it's a privilege to. I mean, it is a privilege, in a sense, to buy property here. Yeah. Yeah, it totally is.
But it's not like you haven't earned it either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Le 16e, c'est au milieu de nulle part.
Who said that? Oh yeah, Raquel, it is.
You know,
I mean, that's not far away from where we live.
The 15th, the 16th, those are areas where like rich families, French families, buy properties.
Yep.
You know, like an apartment or whatever. You know.
Yeah, totally. When we live.
I was going to see a friend for the record. That's not where I'm staying right now.
What, in the 16th?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You were just hanging out there.
Just hanging out there. Yeah.
Could you do outdoor lives in your garden in the summer? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But the summer, no one's watching anyway. No one watches anything anyway. So, I mean, I could do it. Oh, shit. Great. I know exactly what to do to buy an apartment. All I need is some money now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing I'm excited about is I'm hoping to change I'm trying to break out of the system where I feel very fortunate to even be talking like this, but like, I feel like I am burning, like I'm throwing money into the trash every single month.
With Airbnbs, with rentals.
Or whatever, even the rent that I was paying for my apartment, it was a lot of money that I'm throwing into the trash. And when you buy a property, like, yes, it's other kinds of headaches, and there's a bit of interest that goes to the bank, but you're paying money that's like going back to you, really. You're paying yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're paying down the mortgage. So if you ever sell, you own a bigger percentage of the property. Like, this is unfortunately, I think, how like the wealthy always get wealthier. It's that like money can kind of compound and accelerate itself. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's like, it makes you think like, okay, how do we solve the problem of poverty? Like it's one part education, but it's like you got to get people out of these horrible situations where it's like impossible to get out. You know what I mean?
Well, in certain cities like London, it's impossible to buy anything anywhere in London.
Yeah.
Like literally, Paris is getting to that stage.
Yeah.
There's certain cities, somebody was saying, Melodious, I'm hoping to buy a place in Orléans, much more affordable than Paris.
Yeah.
But I say it's much more affordable. It's much more affordable for Parisians because in the jobs that they have, they earn more money in general than people that live in Orléans.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, but I mean, again, I've got like 4 close mates in London. None of them are buying anything anytime soon.
Do you know anybody who's bought anything in London?
I know one of my friends has, yeah, but he
just loaded.
Yeah, he created a startup, sold it for like 50 million. Like he's
See what I mean? And then now he gets to buy a place where he's paying himself basically to live there.
Yeah.
Well,
it's either that or Qataris or like super rich Chinese people that come and buy up all the property in these cities and they just make it. But then it's the same thing like when they opened the TGV route to Bordeaux a few years ago, where it's like Paris to Bordeaux was like 4 hours by train, 4 or 5 hours. And then they put the TGV line and it was like 2 hours. And then like half of Paris was like, fuck Paris, I'm going to go to Bordeaux and buy
Bordeaux
a place
has
that's cheaper.
exploded, yeah.
And so the people that are from there that live there, the rents have gone ridiculously high because of all the Parisians that have decided to show up. So it's like a never-ending cycle of shit.
It's just so interesting because we're not gonna have more space to live in. No. That's the interesting thing. Is that you have utter confidence that the value of Paris properties is going to go up.
It's never gone down.
That's insane.
And if it has gone down, it's for a period of time. It's like any big city. Like Paris is always going to be like the center of the world for a lot of things, and it's just the price is never going to go down. I mean, it might not go up it might not go up like it has done in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Like at some point, you're not going to buy a 50 square meter apartment for $3 million euros at some point.
Right.
I don't think it will get to that stage.
Right.
But it's not going to.
Well, you don't right now. Maybe 30 years from now.
Maybe because 30 years.
Actually, honestly, probably.
Because people will be earning a lot more money then. All this kind.
Yeah.
Like the apartments that my wife's grandmother had. The amount of money she paid for them back in the 1950s was fuck all. It was like the price of...
It's insane.
It's price of like the 2 square meters that we're sitting at now.
Right.
Forget the rest of this place.
Yeah.
Just the 2 square meters here. That's how much like her grandmother bought the 50 square meters for it 50 years ago. So they're worth much more now.
And that's the other crazy thing about wealth is that it compounds across generations too. It's insane, you know? If you have a parent or a grandparent that made a really good financial decision, you feel that. Isn't that crazy? It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit fucked up.
I was gonna say that I don't know. It's also interesting. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. If it makes more sense to invest in real estate or in the stock market, or elsewhere. Well, because everything, including cryptocurrency, is at like all-time highs.
It is.
Everything is inflated.
Right, but the difference is it's all bullshit. It's not real shit.
But stocks are. How are stocks not real shit? If you're buying Apple stock, we use Apple products.
Right, but at some stage
every day. I use,
of course,
my Mac every day.
I'm very happy to have been an ex-Apple employee to have stock in Apple.
Oh wow!
That was.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, it was like
wow.
It was reduced. The way, if you're an Apple employee, basically the way it works is
I'm curious about this.
You take you're able to every 6 months to put away maximum 10% of your salary to buy stock at the end of that 6 months.
And you did that.
And at the end of the 6 months, basically they take the start or end figure. So let's say to make the numbers round. Let's say Apple stock's worth $100. At the end of those 6 months, but at the beginning of those 6 months, it was worth $50, right? So in that 6 months period, it's grown 50 as just as a random thing. You then buy that, you take your 10% of your salary and you buy that stock at 15% less than the lowest price during that 6 months.
Wow.
So what's 15% of 50?
It's like free money.
15% of 100 is 15, so it'd be 7.
Seven and a half.
So 7.5. So like you would buy that stock at $42.50,
and it's at 100.
And now it's at 100, but you buy it at 42 and a bit. This is why they limited it to 10% of your salary.
Oh my god! But who the fuck wouldn't do that?
People who didn't know.
So essentially, what you were doing was stock options. Those were options. You were given options.
Well, they're not options because I could vest them whenever I wanted. Like I could just sell them whenever I wanted. Like I think a stock option is like it's like 4 years or whatever.
They expire at a certain point.
Yeah, I'm not. Basically, I worked at Apple from 20 to 29. From 20 to 24, no one explained the whole stock thing to me. I was like, great, stock, yeah, it's all this.
20 what?
20 years old.
Oh, 20 to 29 years old, okay.
Yeah, from 20 to 29 years old, I worked at Apple.
And nobody explained to you until you weren't doing it for a long time.
Yeah, like if I'd have bought stock out of my salary for the first 4 years, but mate, I was 20. I was a student. Like you need every.
Oh, that hurts.
You need every dollar.
That's
to buy beer.
Great to buy beer. That's crazy.
Because no one explains.
That's the most expensive beer you have ever bought.
Yeah. So I started getting involved in Apple stocks like 5 years into my
Oh my God. Do you guys understand what he's explaining right now? This is fascinating. So you started to do it after your first 4 years?
Yeah.
And you're holding on to those Apple stock like this, basically. Like,
Yeah, because it's not gone down since. Like I have a you know, I know I can't remember what the amount is, but I'm like, oh, and because Apple stock.
how many years ago was this?
When did I first go? 2010 to 2015, basically.
So, oh my God.
And this is
money,
before it split, like...
That's money they continue to pay you. Do you understand? Like, you
Oh, yeah,
bought
totally.
that stock.
Yeah, totally.
And it keeps growing in value. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Are you...
I mean, it's brilliant, but it's like, yeah, I'm not using it, which is great because it'll at some point...
be valuable in some other, you know, if you ever have to sell it or whatever.
Yeah, and the thing is like, what I was saying about stock versus, like, land or whatever, is that, now, land not everywhere. Like, the thing is, Apple, at some point, it could just, like... If the CEO changes or the board of directors changes or the designer changes, anything changes too drastically and the company goes south, like so many companies have previously, then it drops, and then you can start losing shit. Like everyone only sees the positive right now of like cryptocurrency, Tesla's going crazy, Apple stock, blah, blah, blah. All this kind of stuff is amazing. But at some point...
So have you thought about selling it?
Not yet, but because
you believe it's going to go up more.
I don't know if it's going to go up more. I mean, it probably will, because at some stage, when Apple was like the most valuable company in the world, like on the stock market, it was at like $500 billion valuation. Now it's at 1.5 trillion. So it's like, yeah,
it's past 2 trillion.
No, I don't think it's past 2. It's at
Apple?
No, it's at 1. Oh, you're right. It's at 2.4.
2.4 trillion. You said $500 billion? That's 5x.
I might have been exaggerating.
5x.
I might have been exaggerating.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Stocks are great. But also bricks, physical shit in Paris is always going to be better.
Well, yeah, I mean, the competition's fierce.
Yancy, you can buy virtual land in the metaverse right now, but the prices are going insane. Yeah, that's probably the next thing. Like, we're probably old school now.
That's crazy. So I'm sure people that are very forward thinking are diving totally into the metaverse and buying land already. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a part of me that doesn't want to buy into it because it's Facebook. Like, I'm sorry, but...
Yeah, I didn't really follow the whole meta thing. Like, I kind of get it, but I feel myself getting old. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, but not just that. I mean, sure, fair. I'm getting old maybe too, because a part of me is like, really? I don't want to jump onto Facebook's next venture. And by the way, I don't want more of my life to be virtual. Enough of my life is virtual.
Yeah, but I think we're part of a generation.
I've hit my threshold.
Yeah.
Is my point.
But I think we're part of a generation where, like, our kids, like, that's all they're going to know.
Well, I mean...
And we're going to be the fucking old losers being like, oh, we used to go to the pub together.
Well, depending on what you show
and this
kids.
This brings me back to a book. Somebody please tell me what the name of this fucking book was that we used to read in England.
Somebody please tell me the name of the song. Da 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 da. No? Nobody? Maybe somebody already said.
Somebody might have... 20th Century Short Stories is, I think, the name of the book. And in it, there was a whole thing about, like, people who...
What's it called?
20th Century Short Stories. And one of the short stories is a thing... It's kind of like Black Mirror shit, where you don't move anymore. You lie in your bed, you're plugged into, like, the shit... And then you just live virtually.
Yeah.
Or everything is virtual. Like, everything that you do is virtual. Like, your food, yeah, you still have to eat and drink and shit. But that comes to you, like, from your bed. And you don't move anymore because you're in this virtual space. I can't remember what the short story was called. But it was crazy. Olivia Chung was in the British Museum last month and they're selling NFTs. NFTs. That's another fucking thing as well.
Well, I get that. I get that. I mean, I'd like to buy some NFTs. I haven't yet, but I don't know what I'm waiting for, really.
Charlie's Angels, is that the name of the song?
I don't think that's
Da,
it.
da, da, da.
Do you know what I'm singing or no? Does it sound familiar?
It rings a bell. Somebody said try Soundhound.
I think it's like Brazilian or something like that.
Oh, Soundhound. Do you ever try Soundhound?
You gonna download it?
I'm gonna download it because
like you can hum it. You can hum the song.
So way back when you were a little nipper,
Back when I was a little nipper.
Well, let's go back to 2008. How old were you in 2008?
That's not important.
Wait, what did you say? You're 23 now.
24.
24.
I've already told you.
So you're 11 years old when. Oh my Jesus.
Yeah, I was young. I was young for the last financial crash.
All right. So when you were prepubescent, Shazam came out on the App Store, but there was another app that was better called Soundhound, and Soundhound.
They came out in 2008.
Well, the App Store was released in 2008. So that was the first time.
So it was one of the first ones.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the first ones. And basically, Shazam was good for listening to music around you, but Soundhound, you could sing the song to them. Wow. And I downloaded this app ages ago, and I've just re-downloaded it because it was like,
I feel like I've had this before.
Would you like notifications? Don't allow. Right, tap to discover. No.
Can we put copyright music on here at all or no?
Yeah, it's the second part. No one gives a fuck.
Oh, really? Okay, we gotta find this song, you guys.
Yeah, we'll find it. Hold on. How do I... YouTube song playback. Search. Tap to discover. Okay, sing or hum the tune. Ready? No. Wait, I'll give you the sign.
I think you just... I don't know.
You got to keep going.
I probably have to do more than that, right?
We couldn't find that one.
It is Bossa Nova. It's like a remix.
Oh, God. Where is this cable? Right.
Damn.
Try it again, but just sing it twice. The same thing twice.
Okay. Ready? I'm doing a horrible job of this.
Sing, tap the button when you're done for a faster search. All right. Oh, Jesus. We couldn't find that one.
I did a terrible job humming it, but...
Oh, it's because we're not drunk enough. I think that's it. I used to play this game. This was a drinking game with my friends at Apple. It was like, hey, sing the song. If Soundhound recognizes it, you need to take a shot because you're not drunk enough.
This is a horrible...
Let me hum Hit Me Baby one more time. Ready? La na 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 la da 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 na na la da 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 la da 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 woo.
There's no way it's getting it.
Wait for it.
Baby, one more time.
Hey, oh, baby! Oh, come on!
So it works.
Right, let's get the screen. Oh no. Screen sharing. Right, hit me baby one more time. Right, let's do this.
It works.
Let's do this as a drinking game.
Hold on. I have to think about the other part because I just know the...
It doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the part where you suggest a song for me and Nate to sing, to hum, and if Soundhound gets it right, we have to drink some more because it means we're not drunk enough. Let's go. Shot of gin, says Maxime Boutet.
I'm not going to take another...
Yeah, we'll just... Because he wants us to taste his gin. He brought some gin. It looks amazing, but I'm just like, I need to save it for a good for a good moment, right?
I can't believe you got it.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? I used to literally 2008, 2009. I played this all the time with Apple friends.
But look, you deleted it off your phone. It
Yeah,
shows you
because I
nothing
haven't
lasts forever.
It's because it's not as good. Right, Living on a Prayer. That's a good one. Krista Smith. Krista Smith says Living on a Prayer. Right. You're going to do this one.
No. I don't even know what... I might have
Whoa, halfway there.
Oh, yeah.
Living on a prayer. Right, ready? This is your one.
All that up, like all that way up?
No, you can do it lower. But that's just my falsetto voice.
Okay.
Ready? Wait.
Oh, God.
Wait.
Oh, God.
Shh, right.
Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, na 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 and a hand, na 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 na. Oh.
Right, wait for it.
Oh, that was crazy.
Oh, number one! Living on Prayer, Bon Jovi!
Yeah!
Oh!
That was awesome.
That means you need to drink.
I have to drink? I succeeded.
Because you're not drunk enough. You don't drink when you're drunker than the thing. Great shout, Krista Smith. Fucking love it. Right, oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. All right, it's my turn. I guess I'll have to do Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay, what's the best bit of Bohemian Rhapsody that I can sing?
Galileo, Galileo, no, no, no.
Yeah, we've got to do it without lyrics, though. That's the hard part.
No, 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 no,
No. No, I've got it. Hold on. La la da 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 la da 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 la da da.
You can't not sing along.
Wait, so I would like to access your music library. I guess.
Don't allow. Well, okay.
Okay. Bohemian Rhapsody! Oh! Oh, this is fucking fun. Olivia Chung, Spice Girls Wannabe.
What is that one?
You don't know Spice Girls
No,
Wannabe?
I know, but just like hum the...
I tell you what I want, what I really want.
Yeah,
So
of
tell me
course
what
I
you
know.
want. I wanna.
Oh, no, I'm not going to be able...
You got to do the chorus. Na 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 la 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 la. Wait for it.
Na 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 na
Na na na na na.
na na na.
Wait for it.
Right? I did a shitty job, but...
Oh! Wanna be the Spice Girls? Top answer.
Oh, God.
You got a drink. I'm drinking.
Okay.
Dude, this will be the end of us. All right.
I want to know what the one that I'm looking for.
This is true.
That's
This
the
all
one I
started
want.
because you've got a song.
That's the one. I feel like I have it already. No, 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 no.
All right, let's do this one. I'll do this one since it's my turn. Bam, 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 bam. That was horrific. If it finds that, Oh, we couldn't find that one. Of course. I La 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 la. Okay, all right.
Ah, fuck.
This is more interesting than taxes, says Frederick G. Okay, this is a good one. Raphael, Sweet Dreams.
That's no 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 no. Right?
Yeah.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Do that whole thing again.
No 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 no. Na 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 na. That was horrible.
Wait for it. Oh! No drinks.
Oh God.
Too complicated. A French one to see if it's actual antisocial. I don't know that song. Do La Marseillaise and God Save the Queen. Oh God. La Vie en Rose. Edith Piaf. La Vie en Rose. You know the song.
Oh yeah. You want me to do this one?
Yeah, if you want to. Ready? Hold on.
Okay,
wait.
That's the one. That's like. Na. That's okay. La 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 la. La 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 vie en rose.
If it doesn't find it,
oh come on,
it's fucking shit. Oh!
Yeah.
However, it came up with Louis Armstrong's version before Edith Piaf.
That's fine. It's cover.
Drink it, son. I don't know what was the end of that beer. It was fucking disgusting.
Damn.
Right, let's do a couple of these. This is fucking... this is my favourite game, ladies and gentlemen. This will now become a new game on Happy Hour Live, the main part.
Fuck, dude. I really want to know.
What's the... Right, try and sing the song that you just sang, the reason this whole thing started. But
Okay.
keep going.
I don't know how to keep going because the thing is, like, I don't know the rest of it. I just know the part. It's like the song's going, and then there's this part that comes in that's like awesome and very catchy, where it's like,
What kind of instruments does it use?
these women kind of come in. And it's like, la da 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 deen.
Oh, God, I know it as well.
You know this, right?
Yeah. It is
Da 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 deen. But then the rest of the song, I don't know.
Okay, wait for it.
La da 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 deen. Da 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 deen. Okay, I don't know. This is the. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, whatever. We tried.
All right. Gangnam Style.
Well, if he doesn't get Gangnam Style, we must end this now.
Ready?
Hold on. What part? What are we doing?
Hop. Let's start with hop, 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 hop. It's difficult to do without the lyrics, right?
Okay.
Ready?
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Up,
like Gangnam Style.
Hey, up, 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 up. You can't. We sound like fucking morons. No, of course it wasn't going to find it. Let's try it with the lyrics though. Ready?
Is that the best part? Okay.
Hey, sexy ladies, up, 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 by Gangnam Style. No, not either. All right, fair enough.
Oh man.
All right, should we do one more?
Okay, what is this coton ouaté?
Coton ouaté. Do you not know this song?
No, I'll let you do it.
It's a Rolly Sal special.
Really?
Hey, fetch your fit.
I don't know if I know this one.
No, you won't. But I've got to do it. I've got to do it with the. I've got to do it with the lyrics. There's no other way. Ready? Hey, fetch your fit. Did you bang the cotoate? Hey, yalada fit. Okay, or it just it straight away was like, nah, you forget it. Not interested. All right. Let's find one. I feel like that's gonna be easy. Hey Jude.
Yeah, I can do that.
You want to Jude? Fucking Jude it.
But is this the final one, or how many more are we doing?
Let's do two more.
All right. All right.
Well, you got no more beer left, nor have I.
Well, we've been playing this game too hard. Okay, yeah, let's refill.
You want to refill? Should we try some of the gin? Some of the gin.
Oh my god! Now, okay, I'll take a little gin, but this is.
I feel like
we're in the final stages of this.
I feel like what's his name? Maxime Boutet, who's my subtitle guy, who brought me some gin. He's been wanting us to drink a gin since like an hour ago. I'm like, all right, well, let's do a fucking gin.
All right, a little bit. Thank God I ate. Honestly, I was feeling more drunk prior to eating.
This apparently is a gin.
Did you know that beer before liquor? Never been sicker. Liquor before beer. You're in the clear. That's all bullshit.
Yeah, we don't have that in the UK.
But did you know that?
What was the thing what was it? Beer before liquor?
Beer before liquor. Never been sicker.
Okay, so this is a bad idea.
Technically. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. That's all bullshit. And the reasoning being that liquor before beer, you're in the clear. The whole thinking is that, like, I guess if you're having too much intense alcohol later on, that it becomes more difficult to manage the amount.
Yeah, I get it.
It has more to do with the amount.
Maxime Boutet, you better be fucking happy about this, son. Where is he? Let me go down. You can throw.
Oh!
What?
Hold on.
Did somebody find the
Nathan
song?
at Taylor may have found your song more than a woman. More than a woman by the Bee Gees.
No. More than a woman. More than a woman to me.
Oh no, that's not it.
It's definitely not that song. Don't put it too loud, it'll get striked. But
Yeah, this is not it. No, I think there's a more of a bossa nova. Like, I think it's more of like a Brazilian vibe. I think.
are we gonna do this gin in it with a little bit of beer in the bottom?
Oh my goodness.
Should I get some more glasses? I feel like I should.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I'll take over.
You take over. Let me get some proper glasses so we're not wasting.
You're not serving me a lot of that though.
No, we're gonna do we're just gonna do a little bit each. All right.
You're crazy. You're leaving at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
I'm not sleeping.
All right, I'm taking over. I appreciate you continuing to look for the song. Taylor, I hope that's the song. Yes, the Bee Gees. It's not quite. I'll tell you that. I mean, we're close. I can see the similarities. No, it's close. It's close, but this is not it.
Shift over.
Wait. Maybe it's like a remix? I don't know. It's not quite right.
There you go.
More than a woman remix. That's a lot.
It's not. It's it's not even a shot.
Excuse me? What percent is that?
Bro, look at the bottle. It's still fucking full.
Damn.
You're
Wait,
all right.
Maybe. Hold on.
Hold on. Are you doing the hold on now?
Maybe it's something like this that I was hearing. Well, that's what we're lacking right now. We're lacking music right now.
Yeah, but mate, we can't do we can't.
But who cares? You're not monetizing it.
I'm not monetizing it, but I might be like, oh, because either the people that
I put copyright music on my private live streams.
yeah, but they might just be like, great, you can't monetize it, or they might be like, deleted. More than a woman. It's not.
This isn't it. We're close. We're actually the closest we've ever been. We're the close, but it's da 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 da. No. This isn't it. This isn't it.
It's definitely not.
It's not it. It's you know what I'm. You know what I'm. You know what I'm.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't fucking do the shoulder.
Yeah, I almost did.
Right. What are we doing? Hold on. We didn't even.
I feel like I can't drink this until I find the song.
We can have a sip. He's saying that we should. Maxime Boutet said we. C'est pas des shooters, faut savourer. Mais on va savourer, mon calice.
Yeah, hold on. Scroll down.
What?
Krista, Nathan is taking over Paul's hold-ons.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I say hold on quite a lot on this.
Hold on.
Right.
Hold on.
Let's do another song.
Hold on.
How about a U2 song? We'll fucking suggest it for us.
I thought we were done.
Oh, how about?
I think I'm done singing until I find the song.
What's the song again? Hold on.
You know this. You know this.
You must know the instrument.
But I think it's like vocals. It's like these women's voices.
Dude.
La 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 la. I think it's from the 70s or the 80s, and there have been a bunch of remixes of this song. Well, anyway, I don't want to bore all of you. Well, I'll let it go. I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Whatever. I'll let it go. But I will find this song.
Let's savor this just a little bit. You don't have to. We're not down it. Just have it.
This looks like piss.
Well, my joke was that it's Mexican.
Oh, it smells amazing.
Doesn't it?
It does not smell like piss.
Fuck me.
Oh wow.
Jesus Christ. That is not to be served on its own.
That is a shot, my friend.
Well, we're not downing it. However, I might be able to get some fucking ice.
Wow, that was great. It looks like one of Jay's songs he used, or a remix. Yeah, something like that. Exactly. Na 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 dee da da dee dee. Anyway,
it's that last bit that's doing.
Unfortunately, it's funny how in 2021 we're still.
Just get a bit of ice in there.
Oh yeah.
I've spilt it everywhere. Doesn't matter.
In 2021, we're still in a world where you can know a song, you can hear it in your mind's ear, and you...
In your mind's ear?
I don't know, whatever. I don't know how to say that. in your brain.
Yeah, I think in your mind's ear is actually a thing. No, because it's in your mind's eye that we normally say.
Exactly.
And you said in your mind's ear, we spilt some of the gin.
You can hear a song and you can still not be able to find it. And it's probably down to my singing ability, honestly, but it's like how do you go about finding a song that you hear in your brain and don't know how to explain it?
Well, now it's a lot easier nowadays. Fanny Hot says, on dirait des mini pots de confiture Bonne Maman, je veux les mêmes. They are exactly what you've just said they are.
That's actually that's so funny.
They're little mini pots of Bonne Maman, which at home we use as shot glasses, and at home we have the big pot de Bonne Maman as like normal drinking glasses.
Fuck, that's strong.
It's a bit intense, isn't it? I think it would work better with a fucking tonic. I've never...
You don't have any, right?
What, tonic?
Yeah.
No. That's why we're only drinking this amount.
Only. You have downed at least 6 beers this evening.
We've been on the same rhythm.
But you started...
of the night. Whoa, whoa. Let's do it. Let's see. Wait.
Oh,
this is very fitting for the moment in time. Ready? This is the rhythm of the night. I. Wait for it. Look at the band's name. Look at... Oh, fucking hell. Wait.
Try again.
This is the rhythm of the night. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you sang for long enough.
Wait for it.
Any of those?
It's none of those.
Can you play a couple of them just to see? La Vie en Rose is one of the options.
I think I need to take a shot for that.
Oh, God. Oh, wow.
Let me tell you what the actual song is, and then I'll show you. Do you know that song?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Wait for it. I now have to play the song. We're gonna get fucked on the. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
This is way more awesome in this form. What's this?
The band's name?
Corona.
Corona.
Well, it means crown in Spanish.
It does mean crown, but it's
So-
funnier that it's in a time of Corona.
What is the song that goes like la da dee la da da la da dee la da da? It's like gypsy woman. Gypsy woman. Is that what it is?
Patreon, you'll know this one.
La da dee la da da la da dee.
Well, let's hold on. Let's put it to the
Gypsy
test.
woman, I think.
Hold on. Wait for it. Let's put it to the test. Wait for it. Wait, let me... Hold on. This is all over the place. Get your face more in the middle. There we go. Split up. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ready?
La da dee la da da la da dee la da da la da dee la. It just keeps going. Oh, that's not gonna work.
People are saying yes, Nathan. Gypsy woman.
I think it's gypsy woman.
Okay.
But everybody else said crystal water. What's that?
Crystal water. Gypsy woman by Crystal something. Okay.
Oh, there you go. By Crystal Water.
All right.
Okay, you guys all got that one. I need you to figure out the one that I have stuck in my head.
Because that's the whole reason we started this fucking game.
Does that happen to any of you?
It happens to me. It happens to me less and less just because of technology.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of those songs that just I love this. I'm super into like old retro songs that are remixed. You know, there's this one
Nathan's bossa nova melody reminds me of the background music from The Sims. Anyone remember it?
I have no idea what they're referring to, but like here's an example.
The Sims, you know what The Sims are?
Yeah. But I have no idea.
I'm like, oh, maybe he's too young for even The Sims.
No. But there's this like, hold on.
Yeah.
It's like you take this is an old Italian song.
Yeah.
So that's Italian. That's an Italian song.
Yeah.
That was remixed and whatnot, and I love it. There's just something I love about that sound.
It's like there's a French song recently.
Sia Raquel
Oh, is Raquel heading out?
heading out.
Guys, I'm off. Have a good night. Oh, you have a better night. There's a French song, a recent one that's been remade. And it's a fucking great song.
Of that song? Of the Italian song?
No, of a French song, but it's in a similar vein to that, like but it's a French song. It's got nothing to do with that. That's recently been remade into a fucking good song. French people,
man,
les Français dans le chat.
I love that so much. There's something so cool about that. Like, if I were to make music, it would definitely be sampling, like, old tracks, you know, like that. I think that's so cool. There's something, I mean, I don't know if it plays on nostalgia or what. But,
Oh, absolutely. Raffaella Carrà.
yeah, there you go.
Is that who the...
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there you go. Isn't this music in La Grande Ballet? So how do you guys are getting everything
Except for the one that
except for the one track I need you to figure out.
What's the...
You guys are good, though.
A far l'amor la comincia tu. What's the French song that's just been remade, like in the last 2 years, that I'm thinking of?
I have no idea what you're talking
It's
about.
in...
Is it like
It's on a Samsung advert right now.
Coquille et crustacé?
Come on, people, help me out. French song that's been remade recently. Esti de Colliers. All right, I'm not gonna.
Oh, Frédéric is off as well.
All right, Fred.
Good night. I think I'm probably headed out pretty soon too.
think-
But
I
you're gonna
think-
make me drink this as well. Damn,
I mean, you don't have to. No, you don't have to. It's good tasting gin, but it needs to be drunk with other stuff. What's the French song? Let's finish on that. Let's finish on the French song that has been remade. Motherfucker. And
Le
I
temps
won't-
est bon. Le temps est bon. The Bon Entendeur.
I think that's what it is.
They're the pros at that. I mean, Bon Entendeur is just they're the pros.
Le temps est bon. Do you know this song?
I know everything Bon Entendeur has done.
Hold on. The name rings a bell.
Oh, whoa. Hold on. That song from Nathaniel, isn't it used in an old TV show when a car pursuit was beginning? Do you know the name of the car, the ad,
There's like two.
or anything like
Do
that?
the song again.
Hold on. It's not in my brain right now.
Le temps est
Have
bon.
I lost it? Hold on.
Is this the song? Le temps est bon.
Yeah. Da-da-da-dun. But that's a totally different song.
That's exactly the song I was thinking of. Thank you,
Yeah.
Juliette. Merci beaucoup.
I'll sing it again. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-da-dun, da-da-dun.
No, he's thinking of like Knight Rider or.
I'll figure it out one day. And maybe the next time we do this live stream, I've heard, I know it's a well-known song. It's a well-known song, and it's awesome. It's like it hits different, you know. But anyway, I can feel myself being absolutely not entertaining or interesting whatsoever because I know how annoying it is to see somebody obsess over something like this. It's the worst ever.
Absolutely.
I get extremely bored, like violently bored, when I see somebody doing this.
Right, we'll stop talking about it.
Yeah,
then. What I'm also just going to finish on is showing the people the state of this desk. Just because the desk is a fight. No one, like, yeah, you can't see anything that's on there. Let me just open up this camera angle.
Oh, man.
It actually looks less worse on the camera than it does in real life, to be honest. I don't even know why I'd be showing this. It's not even that interesting. Let's get Patrick's comment out the way. Let's add this. That's what we're looking at right now. Some shot glasses, some empty glasses, some empty beer, some sauces, some fucking chicken shit. It looks more of a mess from, like, my angle than it does whatever. It wasn't that interesting.
Well, it's the results of...
Ah.
It's Monday night? Since when are you doing this on a Monday night?
Mate, I've been doing this on a Monday night since you've been on it.
No, it was...
No.
No.
Every
No.
time you've done it,
No,
it's
it was
been a
either
Monday.
a Tuesday or a Thursday that you were doing. Thursday.
Thursday is the Patreon only thing. Once a month on a Thursday, I do a Patreon only live where it's just me with no one else. Since January, it's been Mondays at 8. The last 2 times you were here was a Monday.
Impossible.
100%.
That's impossible.
I can prove it to you.
Oh. Is Nathaniel's song Gloria Estefan's Rhythm is Gonna Get You? I don't know if it is, but let's try it. I'll try it. And I really appreciate you all trying.
Tony Aquino, the app is Sound Hound.
No, this isn't it. This is funky. This is funky fresh, but
You need to just listen to some bossa nova, and you'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Mate, these
yeah.
people, the worst part is none of these people are going to know what it is.
Yeah.
After all of that, oh Jesus. Anyway, it was Mondays at 8. It's always been Mondays at 8.
did I ruin this whole live stream?
No.
I feel like I sabotaged.
course
But
you
it
did.
led to the very fun
The
SoundCloud
funny game. We've been going for 1 hour and 45 minutes for the second part. The time is done. We can fuck off.
Well,
It's been done for for 45 minutes.
it's been an absolute pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen. Patreon, thanks for being here.
Yeah. How many people are still on?
40?
How is that possible?
I don't know, because people fucking love it.
Is it a higher number than usual? Did my patrons
Honestly,
boost?
I can't remember anymore. I don't remember the numbers. I don't care anymore. I used to be like fixated on the numbers and being like, oh, we've only got this amount, and I don't care anymore. I'm just like, I'm doing it for me.
And
if
that's how
people-
he became a true Zen master.
the Zen master. Mika K, last question, says, do you remember where you heard this
So
song?
this is a song that's like, this is like lounge music. You know what I mean? Like you hear this in like bars and like I don't know. Like I feel like I would hear this or see this kind of in. Well, I wouldn't see this. It's a song. I would hear this on Fashion Week or I don't know. That's not helpful at all. This is not helpful whatsoever.
Hum it one more time.
Da 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 da. Da 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 dum. And then there's ba da ba da bum ba 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 da ba da ba, and it's like voices. It's like
It sounds so easy. Like I know this. Like I
know this.
Yeah,
You know
I
this.
definitely know it. And as soon as I hear it, I'll be like, I'm gonna hear it at some point in like 6 months in a bar somewhere.
It would
I'll be
have
like,
been
oh, it's
Yeah.
Nate's song. Gotta
Yeah.
call him up.
definitely let me know. Feel free to DM me. You know, if you find this, and let me know if you've come across this. It would have been very exciting to find this song.
It would have
It's
been
okay.
amazing, but
It's okay.
we're not gonna find it. Ladies and gentlemen,
Look,
Patreon.
Part of life is the mystery, right? It's
Exactly.
it's like if we all had the answers to everything that we were curious about right now, would it be the
Would
grand
it be?
adventure that it is?
Would it be? Right, Patreon. Thanks for being here. Next week, I'm live from not this studio again. I can't be asked. That means I've got to take my laptop and all this shit. Anyway, next week, Topito Comedy Night from La Nouvelle Scène, which is opposite the Notre Dame. I will be with, in theory, 3 other comedians while we're doing a show. So it's going to be hectic, as shows that are not in the studio are, as always, definitely with Urbain, who's been on the show before, Douli, who's a comedienne, and a third person who's yet to be determined aside from me. That's, in theory, what's happening next Monday at 8 p.m, as usual. Mate, thanks for...
Absolute pleasure. So I'm the only person to have done this a third time, to have tolerated the Paul Taylor.
The Paul Taylor, officially, you're 3.0. You're the only person that has your name and 3.0. There are 2 other people that have had 2.0 next to the name.
Okay.
That's Jay and Sarah.
I have to stay ahead of the competition.
And now you're at 3.0.
You know, it's funny. We celebrated me renewing my visa. There have been a lot of milestones.
Yeah, because when we
that have been
first
marked by
met, when we first met, it was cool, and then it was like, oh, come back when you get your visa renewed.
When we met was a milestone, just a life milestone.
All right.
And then the renewing. And by the way, I've had quite a few French friends of mine be like, Tu connais Paul Taylor? like you're
in that exact voice.
You honestly are like unlike Jay or me. Like you are proper. You were or are proper famous in France.
There are certain people that know me, and for them I'm famous. There's a lot of people that still don't know me, and no one gives a shit. But yes, this is true. Yeah, you came. First time you came was like first time we hung out properly.
Yeah.
The next time,
no, we met prior.
It is, but like the first time we hung out on a live.
Yeah.
Then the second time you renewed your visa, I was like, come back when you're officially allowed to stay in France, and that was like 3 weeks or a month later. So the first two lives were very close to each other. Okay. Like literally January and February.
You think? Yeah, I don't have any recollection.
And then you came back one time with Jay for the Patreon thing. Whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, look, Misha's like, you should need to come back again. Yeah, all right, calm down.
Maybe I could be this. I could be the person that comes on the most. If you guys are down, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
The next milestone is Nathaniel getting married to Gio.
Gio?
After the book that she gave you, mate. It's got to be, anyway, we've been saying goodbye for 10 minutes. Patreon, thanks for being here. This was fucking great. I'll see you next week, 8 p.m, same time, for another live, and for the next couple of weeks until Christmas. Ha ha!
See you soon. It was a pleasure.
Is that your outro?
I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is awesome. We have been spending time together for the last 3 hours, so.
All right, fuck them. Let's just be like, all right, Patreon, this has been fucking fun.
Bye!
Look into the book. She may have left her phone number. Oh, maybe there's a phone number in the book. Gio, you should have left a phone number. If there's not a phone number, then we will be disappointed. If not, we'll call you in 5 minutes, Gio. All right? All right, everyone. Bisous. Bye.
Thanks for watching Paul Taylor's Happy Hour Live. See you dickheads soon for another episode.